68% of folks who watch WFMY News 2 own their own home. And while some folks never want to move and sell, there are plenty of homeowners who are looking to either upsize, downsize, who knows what. And you need to know the best way to buy and sell. So here to help us make sense of the real estate market right now is Fran Johnson, a real estate agent with Keller Williams. She's taking your questions as well. Here's how you get your question right to our expert. The number is 336-379-5775. All right, Fran, everyone always wants to know, is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Before we actually answer the question, let's kind of just define those terms.
Okay, so when we're looking at the real estate market, you want to know which one you're in. So a balanced market means that you have 6 months supply of homes. That means if you have 6,000 homes and you have 1,000 buyers every month, you have 6 months of inventory for those buyers to purchase and use up that inventory. So in a seller's market, we have less than 6 months supply. So the further that goes down, the more of a seller's market you're in. And conversely, when it's a buyer's market, you have more than 6 months supply of inventory.
Okay, and I know we have some graphics that you're going to talk us through that will then lead us to what kind of market it is. So folks, you're going to be looking at two graphics. One looks at the for sale price and the other one looks at the actual, or the supply, and then the other one looks at the sale price.
Correct.
All right, so tell us what we're looking at here.
So the month supply of inventory, what I've done is to try to give you a little bit of a history so you can understand what we've been through the last 10 years. So if you look at the month supply of inventory, you can see back in 2014, we had about 8.5 months worth of inventory. And those of you who are in a market then buying and selling, we had plenty of homes to choose from and we did not have that many buyers. And then as we move down into that 2021, 2022, you see how that bottoms out. We had a very low supply and we're beginning to creep back up. And we're now at about 2 months supply at the end of May 2024.
Okay, but the sale price has gone up the entire time. So I'm looking at that other graphic.
Well, correct. So the reason I like the graphics is you can see how when you have a lot of inventory versus short inventory, and then when you go look at the sales prices, it's an exact opposite. They like crisscross each other. So we had about 128,000 of median sales price in 2014, and then as you follow that line right on up, today we're at 293,000.
Okay, and so you're describing this market as a?
We are in a seller's market.
Okay, so yes. If you want to sell your home, this is probably a good time to do that. All right, so let's kind of take a look at like a snapshot of what the real estate market looks like when it comes from May to June, because this is the beginning of the summer sales season, yes?
Well, it starts a little bit in April.
Okay.
So what you're seeing here is the month of May, and you can see our median sales price in the month of May was 293. The number of homes that we had for sale, at the end of May 31st was 3,918. The new listings that came on the market that made up part of that number was 2,545. 1,515 buyers put something under contract, and at that time, at the end of that month, we had 2.3 months supply.
Okay, and it looks like when you look at the May 31st to the June 6th stats on that side, the homes are staying on the market a little bit longer maybe than they have before?
Yeah, they're staying on the market about 2 weeks now. Mm-hmm. And that's a comparison of a difference of where they were on the market 1 to 2 days, a year ago, and now they're staying on about 10 to 14 days.
Okay, so sellers or people who think that they might want to sell, it's not that whole thing where you're going to have 20 offers that are totally outbidding themselves and that kind of thing.
It's not crazy just like that anymore. So you can see we're starting to trend up towards, we're not there yet, but it's trending more towards that balanced market. So we are shifting a bit, and unless something major happens or there's some administrative changes that cause that to go the other direction. We're headed a little bit towards a balanced market.
Okay, and that balanced market really is good for those who are looking to buy something. All right, so now we've got a graphic up that's called Thinking of Selling. So these are a whole bunch of questions that you say folks need to answer with a real estate agent. Tell me kind of why and what these questions are.
Yeah, so a lot of people tell me, is it a good time to sell? Well, that kind of depends on your personal situation. So some of that is, why do you want to sell? Are you wanting to just cash out your equity, and do you have cash to go buy something else? Well, you can do that right now, and that's just fine for you. But you might have some different circumstances. So do you need to sell? Are you having health issues, a job relocation, divorce, an estate? You have financial hardship? Well, all of the answers to those questions, they fit into a, you need to go ahead and sell. It's a good time to put your house on the market, no matter what market you're in. And we just need to figure out the best way to make that happen for you and get you the best return. The other thing is, if you just want to sell, do you want to downsize, upsize, be near children, parents, live in a certain neighborhood? Is there a different lifestyle for your season of life? You just desire something. Well, what you need to ask yourself are a few questions. Do I have a mortgage? Do I not have a mortgage? What's that interest rate? And are you going to need a mortgage for your new place that you're buying? And that difference in rates, from you might have a 2 or 3% and you're going to finance at a 6 or 7%. Well, that's going to make a large difference in your payment. So all those things need to be looked at and have a good consultation so that you make a good informed decision about your finances.
Yeah, and that you'll be able to then afford everything that you want to afford in the way that you want to afford it as well. Okay. All right.
And so not get surprised.
That's right, and not be surprised. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to be taking your questions when we come back. 336-379-5775.